My guys will be here between 4 and 5.
We can't have the guests watching a dead body being dragged out of here.
I saw a lot of dead bodies when I was a kid. And I would say that I turned out pretty okay.
I mean, yes. Hey everybody, J.K. Calloway here, jumping back into Schitt's Creek. Starting up season 4 today, episodes 1 and 2, back half of the series. So we're halfway through. Yeah. This one's called Dead Guy in Room 4. That'll dampen the mood. Because, yeah, last we left off, like, they were kind of celebrating a number of things. Namely, selling out the motel. They didn't have a vacancy for, I'm guessing, the first time in a very long time, which is outstanding. I would love to know how. You know what I mean? Like, what's changed with the motel other than, you know, cinnamon rolls? That's the only thing I remember they did. You know what I mean? They were trying to make some kind of deals with other companies to some kind of bundling, but still, you're in Schitt's Creek, and it's not like the town's gotten a whole lot better. They put in a rose garden without roses, but so I would love to hear more about how it's improving, other than just Johnny decided to help. It's not a video place. Also, another big thing, David and Patrick are now a thing, hopefully. I mean, it could change, but seeming in a good place, and, you know, hopefully they build on that. Hopefully David's store, Rose Apothecary's doing well, you know, because that could be something that there's a business you could work with the motel, you know, like stay here and get $25 off at Rose Apothecary, something like that, you know what I mean? There's something, but yeah, everyone's doing pretty good. You know, Alexis graduated high school, which she just put off because she didn't really need it. But now that she's done that, is she going to start college? That could be cool. Obviously, Moira, city council, things are going good. And like, it's not like it's going to get worse. You know what I mean? And that's the nice thing about the show. It's a happy show. It's a very delightfully happy show. We started the show from here, and so we'll see where it goes from here. Make sure you do hit like and subscribe. Always appreciate that. We'll be doing Schitt's Creek every Thursday until we're completely caught up. We might be moving it to Wednesdays when season 4 of The Bear starts up in a few weeks here, but we're still doing it weekly. But yeah, if you want to hear your name shouted out, by the way, there's an option for that, because we do full reactions over at Patreon, patreon.com/JKReacts. And every episode we do on YouTube, we give a shout out to one of our patrons. And this episode, I'm going to butcher this. I'm going to go with Eli Chavez. It might be Ellie. I doubt it. It might be Eli? I don't know. It's Eli. It's gotta be Eli. Let me know. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Chavez. Appreciate you. I think I'm saying Chavez right. I'm not that daft. But yeah, if you want to hear your name shouted out here on the channel, head over to Patreon, sign up, support us, and check out all the content, because there's a lot of content. We've been going for quite a while. Like 5-6 years now. So, well, we've been doing full reactions for 5 years for sure, so there'll be some content. Dead guy in room 4. Hopefully it's a stranger. We'll see. Let's jump back in. Here we go.
Please like and subscribe. If you don't, your next bowel movement will contain thorns.
Hey, partner, what's the good word?
There's a dead guy in room 4.
What?
Has someone been killed?
No.
No, John, no.
Passed.
No.
I went in to clean room 4, and this old guy was like asleep in his bed. But like, forever asleep.
Right.
I mean, we can't have the other guests finding out about a dead body in one of the rooms?
Ooh, there's a dead body in one of the rooms?
The old man in room 4 died alone in his sleep.
Right.
Why do I find that scenario even more bone-chilling than murder? Feels like every time the motel sells out, someone dies.
We've only sold out one night.
Exactly.
Such a dick.
I'll have you know this is the healthiest first day of a relationship I've ever had.
Right. Yeah.
So don't mess this up.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're both still here. We're going to need your room for the night.
Absolutely not.
The motel is sold out, and we're unable to remove a body and disinfect room 4 in time for check-in.
Why don't the new guests stay in your room?
It'll take a day just to rebox your mother's wigs.
Can you imagine? Not one of you is trained.
Okay.
Roland knows a guy at the coroner's office.
Wait, you told Roland?
Yes.
I wouldn't trust Roland with a set of chopsticks, let alone a dead body.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I come bearing good news.
Okay, Roland, as you can see, Mr. Rose is checking out a guest right now, so maybe you can hold off on that good news.
My guys will be here between 4 and 5.
We can't have the guests watching a dead body being dragged out of here.
I saw a lot of dead bodies when I was a kid. I would say that I turned out pretty okay.
I mean, yes.
So someone's been busy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been up since 5. Could not sleep. Been thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
No regrets. No, I feel good. I feel like a weight's been sort of lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
What if I stayed at your place tonight?
Strong. Oh, hold on.
That there's some things happening at the motel, and I...
Yeah. Sorry, David. Maybe I haven't been clear. I'm gonna need to take this a lot slower than a sleepover.
That's not what I'm implying. That's...
Right.
Ding a ding.
Oh, hey, Mrs. Rose.
A ding-a-ding.
You know what I'd love? A tea.
We don't sell tea.
You know, I was gonna go make a run to the cafe. I could get you a tea.
Thank you, Peter.
It's Patrick. Anything else?
Nothing else for me, thank you. Just the scone. It's probably nothing, but I think I've killed a man.
What?
I wasn't sure about the scone, so I got one just to be safe.
There's nothing wrong with treating yourself, dear. I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know where the day was.
Fast forward it.
I ran into the elderly gentleman outside his room, and he asked me for a painkiller.
And?
I
Oh.
told him I didn't have one. In fact, I had several sample packets in my purse. I'd come from the pharmacy, and they were just out in a bowl. Next thing I know,
sorry.
he turns up dead.
Well, why didn't you just give him a pill?
Sample packets of painkillers?
Killing a man over a complimentary bolus.
Okay, well, are you even sure that the pill would have saved his life?
I know I wasn't supposed to be listening to this conversation, but it's a small space and your voice carries so beautifully. I can say with 100% certainty you have nothing to worry about.
Well, that's
Yeah.
very kind of you, dear, but now's not the time for well-intended placation.
So by not giving him anything, you've actually avoided any potential liability in his death.
Yeah.
Well, there we have it then. Thank God you're here, pal.
Check.
Check. You know how David can get carried away, I'm sure.
Oh, I do. Can I
You're
bring
just-
that up for you?
I paid way too much for a wedge of brie last week, so let's call it even.
So something gross happened at the motel, so I was actually hoping I could crash at your place tonight.
Yeah, normally that'd be totally okay. I have a date tonight.
Oh, fun.
You may, need the apartment at some point.
Good for Heather. Thirsty little thing, isn't she? Cool.
Okay, listen,
No,
David.
you listen. Sorry, that came off way harsher than I wanted it to. Me wanting to stay at your place, it was more about what was happening at...
I know that now,
Okay.
and I'm sorry. You know, when you kissed me, that felt like my first time. You know, all the things that you're supposed to feel, I felt them last night.
It's sort of like my first time, too. I mean, it's not. I've kissed like 1,000 people, but cared about or respected
Oh.
or thought was nice.
And for the record, I also respect you and think that you're a good person.
It's just I said nice person.
I know.
Oh. Just need you to say nice person.
You're a good person.
That's not nice.
Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the cinnamon buns and vodka.
Ugh.
Anyone from out of town?
Literally everybody.
Well, that makes sense.
Times like these, it reminds one of the fact that we're all still alive. One day you're asking for an anti-inflammatory, the next day you've passed away in your sleep.
I think we're getting a little off topic.
So, drink up, go outside, and live your lives.
Let's leave the cups inside. We're not in Vegas here. Thank you.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. Not for nothing. But it's a motel. They're not paying for high-class service, right? They're not even paying for lack of dead bodies. Stuff happens. I know, I was on a Disney cruise and someone died. And they were elderly. And it was their time. They died in their sleep. They died on a vacation. Best possible time to die. In your sleep. In your sleep. As an old person. There's a lot of other ways you could die on vacation that aren't as nice. Love the fact that Patrick and David are still a thing. That's awesome. I was thinking that might have just been a one-off or something, but nope. That's excellent. That's going to be a thing going forward. Love that. And the whole dead body at a motel. I get that, they're trying to turn around the motel, right? I get that part. But, no one would care. No one would, be like, what, grab their stuff and ask for a refund? Why? You know what I mean? And was the person alone, by the way? They weren't staying with family? So, you never know with a motel. I think, I don't know if I've ever stayed in a motel and I think about it other than maybe a road trip. And I was done driving. I was like, I can't drive any further. So, I think that's literally the only time I've ever stayed in a motel. I've never done the whole rent a motel for, a night for stuff. I don't think I have. So, and yeah, if I'm going to see family or something, I'm getting a hotel. I'm staying in a nicer place. I'm staying somewhere where the sheets will at least have been laundered. It's not to say they're perfectly clean, but they'll have been laundered. That's a requirement for me. So, but yeah, that was a very, very silly episode in the sense that they felt like they needed to cover up a crime that wasn't a crime. That's hilarity. Thank you guys for watching. Comments, let me know what you thought of that one, and we'll jump into episode 2 momentarily. We'll talk to you then.
Look at all of these beautiful people that support our channel. If you join them, you will immediately be 40% more attractive. It's only a matter of time before that person at work that you like will ask you out for coffee. Marriage is sure to follow, but only if you sign up today.